Uh-oh. Uh-oh, somebody's getting some trums. Who just joined? Ooh. What's up, Casey?
What's up, guys?
Apparently I'm a perma bear today, which is different than what does perma even mean at this point?
You're a what kind of a perma bear?
Perma bear.
Perma bear. Get this guy out of here. We did just hit a little short spot on SPY.
Oh yeah? And if we don't hold previous sessions low, what happens?
Did you take the short up here?
Yeah, I'm sure. Yes.
Nice.
You know it's not doing well? Google.
Google is the only thing red on my dashboard for being below the orb. It's for the 15-minute, and 30-minute.
Casey's a perma bear too. There we go.
Not a perma bear.
Okay, look at this comment. Google, Avgo, and Apple are ripping. Here's Google's chart.
Nice rejection so far. At resistance. Could be a potential evening star. It didn't signal it because of the wick percentage, but you got a zone right there regardless. Great spot.
What part of this is ripping on Google? Look at that. Look, what part of ripping is this? This is like giant head and shoulders. Actually, if you look at Google's daily, you have a big old morning star right off the 50-day back test.
Oh, SPX printed the sell signal.
I know it did. I printed the sell signal.
Yeah, these are the lows from what, Tuesday? Back test, rejection, great spot for it. Risk to reward. Bang, bang.
What do we call this 5-minute candle setup here, guys?
Flip it and reverse it.
I just got some more trums on ES here at my level at 25.
It's almost 50 points.
The MA9's also right here. I'm looking for this to not hold IV high and to crush right back under since SPY went into previous day's low and did not hold it. If I make $3,000 on this trade, I'm going to post this and just laugh at every one of you perma bears. Or not on this trade, but on the day. If it holds right here, guess what? It'll end up being a break-even trade.
I think regardless, I mean, of anything, if you're looking for a short, whether you're looking for a scalp, complete reversal, I mean, whatever, that was a great spot for a short entry. That's a great RR trade.
Yeah, and we just ripped like what 80 points or 60 points something on ES.
Yup.
Which
Oh man, I should have done it closer to the mic, Colin. That would have probably been crispy as fuck.
oh, that sip was crispy though.
Liquid death. Yeah.
I mean, just look, here's the setup. If SPY had to touch previous day's low, we talked about it. They played the statistic. ES does it 80% of the time. You got into previous day's low. We even hit the IV extension. If you don't hold right here, this spot, see ya right back to the middle.
I should have shorted on futures, but I still have one of the accounts open. I guess I could have taken it over there, but.
And look, NQ. Oh my god, the perma bear.
Question is, this is the first time for the gamma on Bullflow for SPY where we have broken above it, and now that is a retest of it from this morning. So
yeah, there's a big level in SPX right here across the board. So
if we break this, then
if we fail to hold here, it gets ugly.
Yeah,
if we hold right here, then everything's fine. And in my bigger picture, I still think QQQ is going to at least backtest the trend line and the 50-day that it broke down from. Maybe it happens tomorrow, maybe it doesn't. Uh-oh. I'll take another trim at 20 if we can get down there.
It's a 70-point rejection from the zone on Qs.
Uh-oh.
The zone literally starts at 7:10.98. High of day is 7:11.12. Look at this.
Uh-oh. There's my next trim.
Oh! Boom! That's a trim. That's a trim right there. That's nice. Nice move.
Oh.
That's what we call top tick right there.
You want to know my best fill on ES?
Oh, let me take a guess. Hold on, because if I would have taken it, I would have had resting orders or alert set when we broke above 75.32.5. I mean, sniper entry just would have been 75.35. So let's kind of go in the middle and do 33.75.
My average was around 31. My first fill was, it started filling in 27s, 29s. My best fill was at 35.25.
Oh, there you go. Yeah, there you go. Yeah. anywhere between 32.5 to 35 on it was the fucking spot. What is 35.7? Yes.
And look, here's your point of the control for the day right there where I just trimmed. And it's also the pivot point.
Look at this. All three across the board. Look at this. All three had confluence right there for the short. SPX had the level. SPY had the level. QQQ had a zone. Doesn't have the level because it is above previous day low. But the zone on Qs goes back all the way to Wednesday, June 24th on QQQ. This was a big reaction zone at 10:20 that morning. And then we knifed down at 1:15. We actually SR flipped it with the 5-minute evening star at 2:30 and then sold off lower. It has been a little bit of a volume creator area when this level gets tested or the zone gets tested, which we just did now. And now we're coming down to your 5-minute.
Oh, buddy.
21.
Oh, buddy.
$21. Do you long it off to 21? Oh.
After that look above and fell.
It's tough.
It's a tough, yeah.
It's tough. If you're a bull at heart, this is where you would want to.
Right. To sub it, you Prima Bull. Freaking Prima Bull. Prima Beer.
FOMC in 10 minutes. It's FOMC minutes in 10 minutes.
People can't fathom that EMP was wrong 1 or 2 days after being right for fucking how many weeks on end.
You know, I was
payouts. How many
I took 8 trades yesterday. 4 were right, 4 were wrong. But I had bigger losses than I had wins. So it's like an execution problem more than anything. But
that was me. I went 0 for 2 on an account down 1,100 yesterday and closed it.
Perma bear.
I'm a perma bear. It got awful quiet as soon as the trade started working out. Everybody was talking a whole lot whenever I was getting into it. Kind of weird how that happens.
Dude, could you imagine having to do that every single day, like in Discord, running a community? Like it's just on everything that you do, dude. It's crazy. I kind of want to hit this long right here for a scout.
Rugged.
And look, this is a bounce spot. What's SpaceX doing?
Only perma bull on Walmart. Facts.
That's true.
It's facts.
They're saying the Grok release is dramatically less powerful than any Frontier model.
Rough. Yeah, SpaceX is gonna crumble.
Yeah, it is.
I have so I'm just running some fib projections, like the standard deviations that I run. Of course, I always take these with a grain of salt on a bigger time frame like this, but I have, what was it? I have 67.30 as -2. Obviously, your first big spot's going to be that 135, and then under $100, like 80s and 90s will be interesting to see if try and buy it there, but
Google new low day.
projection says 67.30. If we go there, that's gonna be fucking gnarly. No idea if we will, but
Yeah, I think paper had projections down to like 70 or so, which is kind of what I was looking at.
yeah.
Look at that point of control for the day on NQ is actually a little bit lower when you zoom in. ES, right there, point of control. And I did move my stop down here to like this 33 area. Is that a 10-minute evening star with a green candle to reshort? Ooh, maybe.
Look how your hourly candle's about to close.
Oh, yikes.
Straight Doge.
Big O Doge. The 4-hour does look strong though. But how many times have we seen this roll over? SPX, there's nothing but positioning below us. By the way. Ruh-roh. Google's getting wrecked. What does that mean on Grok? It means Grok's thing's not good. Yes, I am a perma bear on Bitcoin. You can say that if you want.
Bitcoin. Yeah.
Mateo, that's the only thing that's frustrating me. Because I would have been short.
Oh, they're not holding 21. It's going to come all the way back into the range. What do you want to do? Act a fool. Up in here. Up in here.
Whoa. Rot-row.
Dude, I should have nailed that fucking short.
4 minutes until the meeting minutes. Oh, Trucker Tom, what's up? Trucker Tom over on the KC Trade stream, I believe.
Make sure you guys have stops in and entries or whatever, because it could move quickly here.
What? Stops.
What's a stop loss?
I should do the prudent thing and take another trim before these meeting minutes come out. But that's a pretty big little look above and failure. Speaking of failures, look at Google. Good God. What was I saying when I was taking this? This is SPY prices going up. Internals are selling and very negative. Hint, hint.
Dude, someone's dog's going fucking ape.
Yeah, the gas guy just got here. 1 minute till the news data comes out. FOMC meeting minutes. When it comes out, I will try to regurgitate what I hear in my ears.
Oh, no way. What? Oh,
What happened?
SpaceX.
Oh God, are we up 100% now?
It is under IPO price. Ah.
Bro, I just posted this big post too about how I'm like, I think it's gonna get lower. I think we're gonna see
go.
IPO price soon. There we are.
Ah.
Wait.
Ah.
Keep it going.
Just
Fed minutes
yes, daily candle.
supporting the whole decision. Several officials saw policy stances no longer restrictive. A few thought it was slightly restrictive. Cooler inflation could allow for flatter lower rates. Elevated inflation will warrant increases, pretty split of where they should end the year, higher or lower. Hold on. Most of them wanted to remove the easing bias.
Oh, my long daddy.
All right, that's the end of it right there. So nothing too scary, but maybe overall it sounded overall decent. Most cited possibility that inflation could stay due to AI, inflationary AI. What? A few saw a case for raising the rates. All of them supported leaving it unchanged. Just kind of regurgitating back through the headlines. Most of them agreed with shortening the actual statement. See what happens right here. It's either break back out and continue higher or get rejected.
I'm gonna
This is
trim
a
my
big
long.
spot.
Yeah, I'm gonna trim my long here. Come back up to 400.
Yeah, I think this is the spot. That seemed like a pretty decent minutes though. No, there's no FOMC today. This is the release of the minutes from their previous meeting. Michael Burry's along DraftKings. DraftKings, Casey. Michael Burry's going long.
Fuck yeah, baby.
Am I up 100% on SpaceX? Oh, almost.
Send it. Send my DraftKings.
This is a huge spot right here. Ten minutes. Gonna try to do a little reversal.
Oh my god, DraftKings. Yay!
That's what I was saying.
Woo! Is that Apple candle real? I don't fucking know what's going on with Apple. Oh, that's a crazy wick. Yeah. That's a little gnarly. Yeah, Oracle getting a little poppy. Got some calls down there this morning on previous day low back test. See if she wants to go a little bit.
We were right at my stop loss.
Got like 50 points. I'm still in, but I gotta stop in.
Yeah, I like the longs on NQ better.
They almost got me. They wicked it a little bit too far under the 21 for my liking. They almost had me. When I say almost had me, I mean I had a stop at 316.25 on MNQ. And it came within like
324.
Yeah, they had me the first half. I ain't gonna lie.
Is this just a reshort right here?
If they sell it off right here and it comes back down under 70 though, it's just gonna close me out for a flat trade. Well, not flat trade. It's gonna be slightly in profit. So. Oh shit! DraftKings! What the shoot? I kind of want to see SPY like rip to 748 and not pull back down. Holy DraftKings. Look, it entered into the zone from yesterday and back down. It's also Michael Burry. So do with that what you will. God, Google, disgusting. Oracle trying. Dude, I cannot spell this word. How the fuck do you spell squawker?
Dude, I struggle with that one every time.
Dude, how the fuck do you? I keep typing it in different ways. I'm like, none of like these look correct. Like, how do you spell this shit? Oh, I did have it right. Oh wait, no, I did it. Nope, I had the U in the wrong place. There we go. Wait, oh, I had the A in the wrong place. My W's in the right place. That's what it is. Jesus, what a hard word to spell. Can you please check the volume on Oracle 5 minute for 12:30 candle? Lots of volume and it's ripping now.
Ondus. Ondus does not look good.
Oh, here we go. Come on. Don't stop out my last MNQ, baby. Rip it.
Yeah, Ondus does not look good at all.
Where are my Oracle calls at? I had them this morning down there at 285. Hey, 315. Nice. Yay. Still need more than this, but. Come on, QQQ, freaking go. Rip it, you. Huh. New high of day incoming. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. We'll see.
They're trying to hold here.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Tell me about it. Little gangster. No, come on. Freaking blow this top off already. Quit stalling. It's no fun. Lame AF. Let's go. Go, baby, go. Go, baby, go. Need some volume to come into this market. Sell signals on Google? Oof. Yeah, Google don't look good. God, my webhook's still not working. Did Discord webhooks expire? No. Let me ask ChatGPT.
Instead of
Ooh, okay, so I need this one.
JD Vance, where's JD Vance speaking? Uh-oh. We get a little 1-2 punch on the bear side here. I don't know. We'll see. We're still in these EMAs. see if we can get back down to 350s again.
Okay, let's try that. See what this does.
Ondus, whoever asked about Ondus, this looks bad. There's nothing bullish about Ondus right now. The only thing you could say is this: there is what kind of a level right here, 730, but you have a huge volume gap below. This thing looks like it's dropping to 650, 625. And if I had to guess, I think this is dropping lower than that, just based on the story. Google new low of day. Internals are still very negative, not improving. Nvidia's holding in, Apple's holding in, Google is dying again. Microsoft's okay.
How many of these parentheses do you need?
Ooh, Tesla looks like it's about to head to the lows. SMH is trying to sit on orb high, which may save the market. We are in positive territory on Zavix.
Let's test this out and see if this works. I have no idea if it will. Ooh, nice bounce again.
This could go either way, so put your bets in.
Google volume after that sell signal, 2 new low of day.
Yeah.
DraftKings going back up. Michael Burry doubled down.
I say, yeah, buddy. Own like a big shot. Damn, should have shorted oil. I don't know if there's anything positive. I think the biggest positive from the minutes, Mateo, would be that there was nothing negative, like nothing concerning. So it was like there wasn't like a whole lot of uncertainty or worrying pieces in it. We got multiple bottom wicks here off the same spot without pushing higher. But the minutes, like, they basically none of them were like arguing or fighting over stuff. A couple of them did see things differently, but nothing crazy. Oh, Jordy, do you have the link for the webinar?
I remember seeing it somewhere. I don't have it saved. I'm trying to find the chat it was in.
Something else to signal. That way I can test it.
Evan just sent it to our chat. It's in there.
Come on, shorties.
I posted the Zoom webinar link in the chat.
Beautiful. I'm gonna go pin that. I'm not trying to get too crazy on this trade here. Reminder to like and subscribe to the channel. We're almost at 5,000. Helps us grow. And of course, we just go live whenever the market's live. So you're not going to get a lot of notifications. You turn on that subscriber bell, that notification bell next to the subscriber. It's free. Free way to help support us and what we do over here every day, all day. SPCX 9? Yeah.
Is it still going lower?
That's what somebody in the chat said.
Oh yeah, new lows 145.
New lows.
Oh, sweet mama.
SRXH. I don't know what this is, but there's.
What
Gross.
is that?
It's disgusting. Whatever this is, some biotech. Somebody just had a note out saying that the NAV value was like 3 something, like twice what it is. God, that.
What the fuck is that, dude? The
Yeah.
fuck?
Oh, look at this. This is a piece of shit company. Look at this. Dude, they've
Kyle.
deleted this thing so much. This thing,
Kyle.
10 years ago, because of the splits, this thing has gone from 3.5 million. No, billion. 3.5
Kyle.
billion to $1.
That's how many times they've had to split this thing.
Bro, have you ever seen somebody turn $3.5 billion into $1?
Bro, I remember when I first started trading, I would look at these charts, I'd see shit like that, and I'd be like, dude, this stock went from 3 billion to nothing. I thought it was like legit. I didn't understand splits yet.
Yeah.
That shit's crazy. Wow.
2 minutes.
Hey, what's your TP at, bro? 3 bill? Fuck yeah.
I think it's gonna go back to those highs. Look to the chart. It's gonna go back to the highs. Hey, somebody will tell you it's breaking out. It's breaking out of the $1. It's headed back to 3 billion.
Dude.
Or can you imagine if you bought a share of that and it did go back to 3 billion? If $1 turned it, that'd be the greatest return of all time. Where's VWAP? Can we get down to VWAP? That'd be nice.
The wow.
Uh-oh. Are they gonna roll it?
Wow.
This is a 10-minute hanger.
Drop it to the
So Peter, my update is I did not add back to my ES shorts, but I trimmed them and I'm still holding the rest. And I shorted NQ. My average is 401.88, I guess, because Trade-of-8 does the weird average. And I'm about to take my first trim on that for 40-point gain. Oh, almost.
So good.
There we go.
Drop it to the floor, drop it to the floor, drop it to the
All right, NQ first trim right there. That's 50 points. I was gonna take it at 40, but since it bounced and then grabbed some energy. 50 points. Next trim is at this 30 level, maybe. I don't know. I kind of want to just hold it.
Kind of looks like a head and shoulders.
Kind of do, don't it, boy?
Now it's telling me to look at Zoom. Ooh. Getting a buy signal on the daily.
You are on the 21.
21.
21. Can you do something for me? Can you bounce the NASDAQ, please, for me? 21. Do your thing, 21. Do your thing. Let's go check.
Somebody just bought 2 million and QQQ 701 calls in the money calls.
I'm getting a weekly buy signal on freaking ANET. Look at that daily chart on ANET. Tell me that don't look like it wants to blow the top off.
Yeah.
That looks good. I bet their options are fucked though.
I don't think they're bad actually. I think they're pretty liquid.
Let me check. ANET. Let's see. I mean, August to 10s to 20s. Not bad. $200s for the end of July. Those are not bad either. Vance on Iran. If they shoot our ships, the U.S. will respond. Wherever he's speaking at. He just said that. I wouldn't mind the end of July 200s for ANET. Oh, I hate it. You want me to trade anal? I can tell you what I'm not trading, and that's anal. That's a terrible ticker name. They should have thought about that when they created that. Who allowed them to create that, thinking that was like a good idea? That's ridiculous. Are my kids at the pool? Yeah. Of course they are. It's 96 and freaking sunny outside. That's where I should be. But no. I'm watching this bullshit price action. They're bouncing. Bounced it right where I took the long the first time. Wow. Oh, They bounced it right off of it. Piece of shit. Gosh dang, don't make me long again. No, don't do it. Lock the account and go to the pool. That's what you should do. Oh, fuck, they're bouncing it. Long it. Long it. Yeah, Zoom looks good for a move to 90. Shout out to Knots for this one. I can dig it. Oh my god, look at this freaking bounce. They're gonna make me do something stupid. That's a 10-minute invalidation. That's with a 30-minute now setting up for a move potentially higher. Oh, snap. Hey. Oh, Sniper Bot is back online. Kind of like the way that looks. Although I don't like that it puts the time on there. Can I change that? Because that looks dumb. Looking to short, that's the spot because that's what it can't break over for longs. It still looks like a wonky head and shoulders, but now it's got an extra lump on the right side. Kind of weird. The video still looks good. Google new lows. Microsoft Meta not really doing too much. Tesla just made a new low. Oh. Shit, almost forgot. I created a new indicator if anyone wants it. I meant to do this morning. Uno momento, por favor. So I can drop this and release it before I go.
Oh, yeah.
It's nothing crazy. It's not a buy, sell, nothing. It's just something to help with Confluence. I'll explain it here in a second. Let me Update existing script.
Are we still in the trade?
Yeah,
Ooh,
down.
barely.
Yeah. Continue.
No, I'm gonna eat my breakfast finally.
No. I gotta. It's a private script, but I'm gonna open it. That way everyone can utilize it. I think. Oh, maybe I can't. Because I've already submitted it. I would have to create it again. Oh, I think people can request access though to the script, can't they? If I do invite only, can't they request access to the script?
I don't know.
Pretty sure. How do you share the script? So, oh, they're bouncing it off the freaking EMAs. Let's see something. It says contact the author. Here, I think I can just create it again and just make it open source. Yeah, make a copy.
Frosty Dog, I take it you're long.
Call it V2. Why the fuck not? All right, publish script. Yeah, sure. Add the chart. Publish script.
Dude, I went for a run last night for the first time, and I couldn't tell you how many years. My legs are killing me. I'm bad out of shape. I didn't even go that far either.
All right. Let's see.
Damn it, gold. Damn it. Look at my level too. God, I even looked at this right when this was happening. Son of a.
Oh shit! What the fuck? We don't want that.
No, I just made I did not run to the taco stand. Normally I don't run much of anywhere these days, but I need to get back in better shape. Especially as the kids are growing and wanting to play more.
EF 2A 3A. Sure. What do you mean? What the fuck? God, they're still bouncing it.
I'm listening to Paper. He's really bullish. Really bullish. He loves gold. He loves NVIDIA.
I mean, I'm pretty neutral across the board, but I think you're a tick or two away from this just running higher.
He's like, tomorrow's going to be the day, if not this afternoon. He's like, gold, SanDisk. I mean, fucking everything. Everything. Newmont. Talked about NFPs, which are, we're above.
Well, from NFP, we've went to the top, rejected. We came to the bottom and just double bounced off of it. So we should go back to the top.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm gonna freaking pop this thing right here.
Yeah, we're about to hit power hour. I'm about to probably take profit on the rest. I mean, I'm what, 4 points in profit on ES. Break even on NQ. Can't lose on the trade. Vance is making comments on Iran in the street.
Kind of want to get back into this for the breakout.
I don't know. If it breaks out, I'm going to short it right back down here. I'll tell you that right now. Microsoft's getting a down candle.
Your 5-minute squeeze. It was downside. It hasn't flipped.
I'm just finishing this.
Gamma building up higher. It looks good for it.
Yep. Ooh, hold the phone.
If you're in the Discord, just put that link for the indicator in there. Let me know if it's working or not.
See, look at SPX, and SPX looks like it's coming straight back down. There's nothing above us. You see this, Casey? The left side of my screen? There's nothing above here on SPX.
Yeah, they're
There may be some on SPY, but there's nothing on SPY.
there's a little bit on SPY. A little bit up there at 748. That's the only thing. Like little at 748.
So the GEX is telling you that we're going down in the SPX.
Yeah.
It's showing that
The statistics are telling me that we're going down.
Yeah.
There's nobody even built, like, there's no even like speculation above us.
Where do we go to? We go to 750 by the end of the day.
75.50.
You go to SPX. We go to 74.50.
Yeah, 74.50. Yeah. Or you come back into like 74.64 and then close at 74. I do think you close somewhere in here. And the biggest thing is like, so on QQQ, I'll just use QQQ as the example. QQQ is still in this big chop box down here, but I don't think it has the juice to get out of here. Plus, since you've taken out the previous day's low, closing green on the day above here is very, very uncommon. Also, the first hour of the market was
Amazon's ripping.
it was bullish. So like just from a pure probability standpoint, you should close between, you should close under this 400 area, but you shouldn't go all the way back down below 200. So somewhere in here, 300 would be the most likely closing point. If this goes higher, I think it fades back to here, just from probabilities. Like it's just some of the parts right here. There's more reasons for SPX to go down than there's to go up. There's statistical probabilities for us to go down, etc. etc. Let me go put this plate up and then we'll get ready for power.
I'm about to head out for the day, but let me go send this out real quick. All right. If you want to get access to this indicator, it's a free indicator that I created. It's going to be on TradingView. Go to my X, and I'm going to put the link there. So just click on it, and put it on your chart.
Oh, we are still alive for the rollover.
All right, I bought 10 74.65s at 265.
You break the subtrend here too. It can really just go whoop.
Okay.
The worst thing will be if they pop this right into the hour and then it just fades right back under, but that would be the other.
Don't worry. If it doesn't work out, I'm going to blame you. That's all.
Oh, yeah. What do you got? Perma bear, perma bull, perma loser.
want to short NQ too, but I just can't. Just sitting here sideways, triangulating. It could go either way.
I don't love it because it could just both of them could close right in this area.
Exactly.
And honestly, the statistic that I'm using for NQ and QQQ to close red would work better if it was, higher up here, like up here where it rejected earlier, 440, 460s. Because then you have more runway back to where it should be. But I don't think it has a whole lot of reason to move unless there's more headlines. Who's tagging me in the KC Trades Discord?
Oh, we were talking about ticker anal. I think someone tagged you.
Why did I get tagged? What the fuck?
Dude, I don't know. People are weird.
All right, 30 seconds. NVIDIA's making a new high. Power Hour kicking off here on Wolf Trading, live trading all day long. Make sure you like and subscribe. Drop that notification bell so you know when we go live, which is every morning whenever the market opens, except tomorrow morning actually, because I'll be going to my son's graduation from kindergarten.
Join us on Spaces then. I'll be on Spaces.
There will be Spaces live tomorrow. Our sponsor for Power Hour today, Direction. Go to direction.com. That's with an X. Check out all the 2X leverage ETFs. They have a lot of really interesting things. Please read all the disclosures, the prospectus, summary prospectus, all that good stuff. Please know that investing or using these tools can result in the loss of some or all of your investment. Trading tools, make sure you know what you're doing. You'll probably recognize some of Direction's main ones, SOXS, SOXL, a lot of different ones here, a lot of 2X leverage ones, some 3X leverage ones here and there.
Frank was killing it on SOXS yesterday. I think he sold a good bit of it or all of it, but
yeah,
he had a nice trade there.
I bought some of this one,
the gold one,
actually.
What's that?
Come
Will?
on, baby.
Will's in here.
Send
What's up,
it.
Will?
What's up, guys?
Daily gold.
What's up, Will?
Oh
All
yeah.
right, well, I stopped out of my trades and I will sit on a nice, decent day here and wait for maybe reshort. What's up, Will?
What's going on? Can you hear me okay?
Yeah, we got you.
Kind of a choppy little afternoon, but semi's coming back. That's the only thing picking the market up.
Yeah, NVIDIA ripped. Nice buy signal that came in at 235, new high of day.
I still think this is a short on SPY, but I'm not going to fight it. Look at that. They're going to stop me out on NQ and just go back to the gulag. What did I say? I literally said this to Frank. Well, you pop this up at the beginning of Power Hour. They'll just stop me out and come right back down. Piece of shit.
This is the same short spot earlier on SPY and ETFs.
I'm going to short this stupid thing again. Hold on.
First one.
Yeah, Nico, sorry. It's my son is graduating the kindergarten side of the school, and he's going to start the first grade equivalent. So I'm going to go celebrate that with him. I'm going to probably reshort this right here.
All right. If you go to my X profile, the link to the TradingView indicator is posted on there. You can click it, add it to your charts. It is free. I gave a full quick breakdown right there on the X post as well. And I hope it helps and you enjoy it.
Yeah, most of the sectors are red anyways. I mean,
Yeah,
really, you only
internals
got
are-
semis
internals are
the
bad.
only ones. Oil.
This is like a one-day What'd you say?
What about people who say you're only interested in the Middle East for oil?
What? Huh? Oil? Who said something about oil, bitch? You cooking?
Never gets old.
Never gets old. You cooking?
Dude, Demon's up 100% on a
We
video
can't
call.
do visuals on spaces, Nico. I mean, I can throw some charts up in the Nest, which I do. I always throw my bias up there in the morning and everything. What I'm looking at.
Do the main.
But don't worry, I'll be back midday at some point. God, NVIDIA's squeezing. This is your IB extension, though. And this is... the edge of the gap. Oh, it's right in the edge of the gap. All right, I'm reshorting NQ and ES, both light. I'm risking the top of that wick.
Yes, Apple short. Yes.
Apple still short?
Right now it is.
Will, you been doing much? Range bound market?
314.
Yeah, no, I went on a nice 4-mile hike this morning, so we just got back to the hotel, but I did put on some spreads right before I left,
How'd that go?
and those were
The
good.
hike.
Closed them. Well, the hike,
That was the hike.
it was far. My legs hurt. So listen, you saying you went for a run last night?
Dude, yeah.
Oh, this was tough today.
So like I used to be super active. I played in multiple soccer leagues. I played pickup basketball all the time. I worked out all the time, and then I had kids and just don't have the time. But I've got to get back. Like, dude, when they want to play with me, like, dude, I'm so out of shape. It's embarrassing. So I have to I got to get back in shape. So I decided to start. So I started running. I started last night. I didn't go too hard. I ran a mile and a half, like 15 minutes.
NVIDIA's in the daily gap fill now. Oh,
is.
shit.
My legs are killing me. Dude, I was like cramping when I got back. Well,
Yeah,
we have had a
we,
lot of people ask about you in the
I'm
chat.
around. I've been
This guy's
busy, man.
Just
Busy,
everywhere. Anybody
busy.
shorting
Yeah, I've
this
been in
with me?
Colorado.
NVIDIA weekly chart candlestick pattern. Tell me what you see it's potentially going to form in the next 2 days to close this week out if this continues. Oh, that's going to be glorious.
I think it's going to 210 or this 50 day.
Yeah.
209. The nice thing is if this doesn't roll over, it doesn't really matter, but if it does, my day gets better.
You know what's kind of interesting today is that the dollar, ever since about 10 o'clock, has been fading all day.
Have you seen
Even
gold?
though oil was up. And gold's caught a bit at basically the same point.
Man, I'm so mad. I stared at this gold trade and just never got in.
NVIDIA backtest 202. I'm going to swing calls whenever that happens, if it happens.
We get it. Think NQ come all the way back to 350.
I'm hoping further than that.
I'm saying first target, second target, maybe 320s.
Like, if they wanted to really confuse people on the daily, they would pull this thing back down. I don't know. I think if we open up tomorrow and push into the 50 day and get rejected, things look really bad. If we reclaim this trend line in this 50 day, we're back in business on everything. And look at SPY. The SPY's putting in a hammer off of the
50.
basically all of the EMAs. Let me see what SPY's is. Yeah. But if we're going to stay range bound, you just keep trading back to the middle.
Inside that triangle.
And when it's in the middle, you don't touch it. Now a typical move would be like an undercut. I mean, you remember this back here? Undercut reclaimed and went. It's a little bit different scenario, but the 50-day, a lot of times you get a little undercut and a reclaim. Let's see. This was
Yeah, you need to do it
undercut.
quickly.
But like right here, here's one. Came down, you're under it, and as soon as you reclaimed it, as soon as
Off to the
reclaimed it,
races.
yeah. And then once you couldn't reclaim it, things started getting rough.
But it's like you've been saying though, like what's all right, the semis, SanDisk, the memory names have burned off, a bunch of steam. So it's like, all right, now you got Nvidia putting a monster day. I don't know. How do you take the index like a lot lower?
Yeah, so that's my point. Is like a lot of the
Look at
froth has been
Broadcom up
removed.
5%, $20 a day.
Yeah,
another
which
one. That
I mean,
one
today
actually looks
it's just the opposite. I like Broadcom. It's just the opposite of what's been going on. Money flowing out of the AI trade into everywhere else in the market. Today's the opposite. The rest of the market is very weak, and the AI trade's what's held us up.
Yep.
So unless you get a day that sells everything, which this morning they tried to a little bit. Obviously, you had the catalyst with the Iran stuff, and then Trump came out and said, "Oh, we're not really doing anything else." Oil's going to reject the 50-day, the 20-day, and the 20-day and the 200-day on the futures contract, and this probably goes straight back down to 70. This is probably a swing short.
Yeah, I sold the 90 calls 30 days out because they got juiced up, of course, with the news. I think so. Here's like the scenario that I think that could play out. So oil, you have a little bit of a bid, and this is going into next week. Oil's had a bid, rates have been moving higher. The dollar, interesting, has come off today. So the big data point is going to be that CPI print next week. And if that CPI print does come in a little bit lighter than expectations, I think that gives the Fed room to change the narrative from any hikes being priced in the forecast. And I mean, you had oil that was, 110 all the way down to $70. So you'd have to think that you probably get, 40% down on energy in the composite. So that's going to put some pressure on the month over month number. And then I think housing as well. Housing will be the other one that'll probably be on the weaker side for core. So I think if CPI, if both the headline and the core number come in a little bit light, I think that gives the market juice to go higher. Rates come in, dollar comes off, and it probably gives a little bit of a bid back to the market.
Yeah, I am bullish gold from down here, regardless of some of these other things. Obviously, something could fundamentally change or just technically change. But
paper thinks we're going to 4,400 by the end of the week.
End of the week? It's aggressive.
I'm very bullish gold. Very, very bullish gold.
I mean, I do like in that same narrative, if that CPI print does come in light, it's going to help gold because then you're going to get the dollar comes off and rates come down. I would love to get long gold around 3,500 if we got the opportunity, but I don't know that we will.
I'm in a bunch of things. I'm in this this UGLD from Direction. I'm in GDXU. I should have just bought. I should probably buy some calls on GLD. Honestly, that thing looks like it's going back to 400.
Sell some puts below, and then
that-
buy a call spread like risk reversal to try to do it for a little debit. Maybe I'll do this. Let me look at a trade. I do like that this 363 area. That should hopefully that can hold up. Maybe you sell like the 345. Puts and buy.
Yeah, I mean, you don't want this thing under 360 for any amount of time.
No, definitely not.
There's a gap that never got filled down there. But you look at the volume shelf there.
Come on, SPX, break. I'm long fucking 20. All right, come on. Breakdown.
Shiny. I think Nug is another one. NUG or NUGG.
Come on. Go to $3. God, we got to break below that pivot. Come on, 6 points down.
Microsoft's about to break down. Google's headed back to lows. But like overall, the mags, I mean, they were up 10% in a week. I still like the mags.
Yeah, just into that resistance area right there, like 67
Yeah,
bucks.
that's where it should have. I mean, this is where it should have, slowed down after a 10% move up. Hold this area.
And then
And look, even today.
buy it. Yep.
Plus, you have earnings season coming up. You don't think they're going to try to be like run up into earnings? Maybe they don't. If they were already up, I wouldn't think that. But since they've been the weaker spot, yeah, we need back over. Back over the 50-day on QQQ, and we're just back in business.
What about did you guys talk about Baidu and Baba yet? Look at those things today up 11%.
Oh, dude, have you looked at this one? So Crane Shares, this K-Star. This K-Star thing has been crushing it. And
What's
then
the
you look
difference between that and K-Web?
K-Star has like all the top companies, like the top 50 like performing companies in China, versus K-Web has like a ton of like the internet software side of things too. K-Star has like a lot better holdings in it, but Baba, for example, and Baidu, look at that, right off $100 too on Baidu. Baba, not Bada. Baba, you just, I don't know. I don't even like looking at daily charts on the China stuff. You almost have to look at weeklies because of all the gaps.
Right.
The 200 week daily
Weekly?
or weekly. Look at this weekly reversal on Baidu.
Come
KC
on.
you probably like this one, don't you? Look at this weekly on Baba.
Yeah, it's big. I'm in. I bought a couple days ago. I sold the 90 puts and bought the 100 115 call spread short-term trade like a couple weeks out. So that's obviously I might roll it up.
SPCX. Let's get to 135, please. It should be a double on my 2x leverage. Meta.
Also, Penguin hit $80, baby. Let's fucking
Both
go.
half at 50%.
But yes, Meta.
This is nowhere. This is a waste of time.
This is the break point right here.
About to bounce. I'm most likely going to swing those ANET calls. I will catch you guys tomorrow, and I hope you have a great rest of your day. Later.
Later, Casey.
Oh,
You guys, great day.
Casey, I'll leave you with this weekly on Baba right here.
Dude, I thought about it, and I just
It's
have
weekly.
I have terrible luck with Chinese names.
I do too, but
I'll do it
weekly?
if you do it. I'll do it if you do it.
look at that. Draw that trend line from the bottom of 24. Does that fit right in there?
Baidu's at resistance.
You probably got a secondary. Yeah, it's close. It broke and kind of reclaimed it.
I have a
Well,
trend line on Baba
does.
a little bit lower. If it would have dipped down to like 85, I would have
yeah.
loved it. It went to 92. I mean, I don't hate Baba, but then again, like I wouldn't be surprised to see it China names get slapped. It come back down to like 102 tomorrow and completely invalidate this weekly candlestick setup.
That's why I'm gonna wait. Like this may be like a next week trade. Close this week out, and then it pulls back a day or two, like Monday, Tuesday, and you would buy like a down wick of the next weekly candle.
What will help it is a little weakness in the dollar. If we do get that lighter CPI and the dollar comes in,
Yeah, you're telling me. Mercado
Yeah,
Libre is trying so hard to get going again.
DIY workplace, you're welcome. I hope you enjoy. Hope everyone enjoys that indicator. Love some feedback as well. Just put it in the comment section later on. If there's anything else that I can improve on or any other features you think I can add to it to make it better and more useful to traders, just post it in the comments or send me a message on X and I will do what I can. So I'll catch you guys tomorrow. Love you. Take care.
See you.
Later, Casey.
Later. This is the level that's got to break right here, 75 on SPX. Right here.
Yeah, if we lose that, it's going to be.
I mean, look, there's nothing above us still. That's why I'm confident taking the shot at shorts here.
Right.
There's not, I mean, okay, there's a little bit above us on QQQ, but nothing really. But SPX, there's nothing. They've done nothing above us all day. There's been nothing above here.
Yeah, and the other sectors are still weak. You know, nothing's really. I mean, besides the semis and oil, everything else is red. Banks, consumer discretionary, communications, industrials, healthcare, they're all red. Mags are red. I think bullish on gold. I think one of the things is, I mean, it's burned off a lot of steam in the last 3 months, and then the other thing too is, as that's happened, if oil has come down, and ultimately over the next 6 months, rates start to come in a little bit and get softer, and the dollar softens up, I think that would be a potential boost for gold as those things come in. Now, the flip side would be Trump stays aggressive on Iran, oil keeps going up, dollar keeps going up, gold's probably going to keep getting hit until then. But any shift in the tone of the Fed on rate cuts and interest rates in general will help gold catch a bid for sure. They just don't want to let this fall.
No, I didn't really have a reason to do anything. The internals are still super weak, though.
It's kind of like yesterday where it rolled over late afternoon.
Yeah, there's still, 40 minutes left. I wouldn't be surprised to see us just close right here.
Yeah. No, volume's light. Just not enough.
I got stopped out of SPX at break even.
Justin Bieber added to lineup for World Cup final halftime show.
All right. I like it. Listen,
Here's the big news.
I'm going to leave this. We're going to head off for a second. I think my boy's starting to hop over that stream. But if you want to know how this works, very simple, very, very easy. It's not even.
Reminder, the pinned comment in the YouTube chat
We're going to do this.
is for a free webinar
I'm going to go through
tomorrow afternoon. similar to the one we did the other day, but with a little bit different approach, a little bit different guess.
freaking.
I think we do have Stock Talk again.
But how did you?
JC Peretz and I think Scott Redler are coming on. I'm not sure who else.
Or either this low and or this high, and how did you know before it happened that exactly that level was going to be the deal, and exactly here or here, still TBD, is going to be the high or the low for the month? Just like
Yeah, this is the opposite, right? This is the opposite of what we've been seeing. This is the reversion of the rotation trade that's been going on, right? Your safety names, your other sectors, your IWM, your equal weight, your
But
your banks, whatever, all of the other sectors of the market that have been strong,
how many times
while semis have been weak.
time,
Today's the reversion of that.
you know, can we go much further down?
That is
Yeah, I mean,
paper
we talked
gains
about
in the
this.
background of Frank.
All of that
Yeah.
answer.
We were
Sorry.
talking about this yesterday on Stocks on Spaces. It's like, we use that word rotation in really what it is the semis were getting sold. Software catches a bid, healthcare catches a bid, financials catching a bid, and then today it's the opposite. Software is getting sold, semis are catching a bid, and the financials and the healthcare stocks are selling off. So it's just people moving money. We're really not. That's why the indexes just aren't going anywhere.
Yeah, and I would even go a step further and say if you look at if you just took the semis out of the market today, you would just say, oh, today's a red day, but most days we've had green days. The market, it doesn't just go straight up, but if you look at the RSP, for example, mostly been up, and you're just getting a red day,
Nice
a reversion
counter trend.
day, a counter trend day on the rest of the market. While you look at SMH, and it's been basically the opposite of that. It's been moving down, and today it's getting a bounce back up. So you can connect the two dots there, or you can just say if you looked at the broad market without the semis, it's mostly just been moving up gradually, and then today would be a down day in that. And some of the parts, you've got IWM down 1%, SPY's down 0.3, and QQQ is slightly green. Without semis, the NASDAQ would barely be green year to yeah. But if you look at the last 3 years of 20% up each year,
Right.
it kind of makes sense that the NASDAQ would be flat and other things would be outperforming. I mean, the AI trade, so right now you have a specific kind of portion of the AI trade, but the overall AI trade that first kicked off with NVIDIA, and then obviously the Mag 7s, getting into the AI and all this stuff. The first part of that, that was the leader forever. And of course, everybody complained. Everybody said, well, the Mag 7s are the only thing going up in this market. Without the Mag 7s, the market wouldn't be up. And 3 years later, now you have the rest of the market moving up, and people are complaining about the Mag 7s not participating. I don't know. We'll see. Pretty slow here. About to get that last 30-minute candle print.
Yeah, I mean, just when you look at the tape, I mean, you got NVIDIA up 3, almost 4%, Broadcom up 5.5%, and then you got Apple up 1%. I mean, just those three names alone carry such a huge market weight to really do anything else.
Yeah. What, NVIDIA and Apple, two of the 3 largest companies in the world? I think that's number 1 and 2, right?
Yep.
Broadcom, I believe, is number 5 or 6 in the NASDAQ weighting, somewhere in there.
Was there news on Meta?
There was a little news candle thing. The only thing I saw was there's something from the LA Times about something that was failing miserably, but I didn't see any substance. Here you go. Top 10 holdings of QQQ. NVIDIA and Apple make up 15% of QQQ by themselves. Avgo's not on the list currently. Where is it? It's
Yep.
it's
You
number
just said.
11. Well, so you have two Googles, right? So the two Googles, if you put the two Googles together, it's the third. Micron, then Microsoft, then Amazon. So it would be number 10 right now. I didn't realize how high AMD and Micron had gotten in those weightings.
Yeah, because they're up so much. They've grown tremendously.
What's Bloom Energy doing? They had a short report out earlier. I mean, this is just a huge distribution. This looks like a Wyckoff to go lower if I have to say it.
Yep.
One big drive, look above and fell, lower high. This looks like the Wyckoff that does this.
Yep. Classic distribution top, but you got to take out that lower bound.
And look, this was a similar distribution top. You came down, you wicked under here, and then once you reclaimed, it was off to the races. Here's a similar one. And sure enough, broke down and then made its trajectory back up. Boy, we've gone sideways for a better part of almost 2 hours now.
Yeah, I mean, IWM being up more than the Qs, I mean, part of that is small caps. If you look on a long time frame, look at the last 4 or 5 years, Qs have run a ton, where small caps really just started to break out in the last, year.
6
over
months.
that 6 months really. So I think the small caps in general have a lot more to run because the Qs have run so much more relative to small caps. And if we do eventually get some type of rate cut or softer rates or softer dollar, that is going to help the small caps as well outperform.
Here we go, Qs. Get smacked. Get smacked. Yeah, you could, I guess, say that QQQ has a similar, but until it breaks down, it's range bound. And honestly, I would love for QQQ to like make this move to here and then do this. And SPY does not have that same look yet. SPY has a pretty similar look to like this stuff. Or actually, let me go back to... Where did I see this comparable the other day? It must have been way further back. I can't remember.
Gary, thoughts on Rivian? I'll give you those thoughts. I don't like that they come out and revise down their revenue estimates. That's usually not a good sign. I know they're trying to set the market, set the expectations, but I still think the company from is a long way from profitability. And on top of that, I think EVs in general are a little softer, and higher interest rates do not help automotive sales. I can tell you that. And these vehicles are expensive as well. So I wouldn't, if you're trying to trade it, if you're just looking at that from a long-term investment, I don't love the EV space. And I don't like when a company comes out and marks down their revenue estimates. That's usually not a good sign. I think there's better trades out there than that one.
Meta invests $10 billion for first data center in Canada. I think the mags can participate. Rivian, somebody's asking about Rivian. I don't like Rivian, but every time it comes down, really, Rivian comes down to under 15, 14 bucks. You buy it, it gets above 16, 17, you sell it.
It's just been stuck in that.
They're not profitable, and they're years away from profitability. They just dropped an offering. That's why they dropped so hard here. It was a smart offering to do. They probably should have done it back here as well. But it's got an overall good structure. Rivian, I just don't. And this is just my thoughts, because I know there are people that are bullish on Rivian. I'm not. But in a later stage bull market, in a AI revolution, I don't like looking at companies that aren't profitable.
Who somebody else mentioned? Yeah, DMC futures. The consumer credit data that came out a little bit ago here, I think it was at 2 p.m. It was 2 p.m. East, or what am I, Mountain Time? I'm all messed up. It was a miss, which is interesting. I mean, basically, consumer credit, they were looking for 17.5 billion, and it came in at basically zero, which is not a great sign. Which means credit did not expand in the May period. So maybe a little lighter consumer spending in there. People not taking as much credit, but something to keep an eye on. It's definitely an interesting data point.
Yeah,
I think that's the weakest in a while.
Shorting the COPSI would have been a great trade. The problem is people tried to short the COSPI here and here and here and here. And it's had a couple of nice pullbacks, but people got ran over multiple times in the COSPI. These are violent moves. But yeah, this would have been a sick short. How far down is this thing? It's like in a bear market. Yeah.
20-something%, I think, right?
With how volatile today's market is, I feel like they're gonna have to change the bear market definition to because everybody loves to say 20%, but I'm more of I think you need some type of time. Yeah, you should have a time qualifier for it, and it probably should be 30%. I mean, when things are going up 60, 70, 80%, a 20% pullback is more of a normal pullback than a bear market.
Yeah, I think it's funny because a lot of people, they don't have a lot of context around how much stuff is up. And 15, 20% pullback in the COSPI after it's been up, ridiculous amount. That's got to be expected.
Raven, to answer this question, I'll make two comments on this. So one, and most importantly, everybody invests and trades differently. I trade different than I invest overall, but everybody does things differently, right? Now, a couple different things here. I was long the space trade in the run up into SpaceX, and I sold everything there. But there are other factors. Right now, think about the sector. So right now, Nebius is in the AI trade sector, even though they're unprofitable or whatever, but they're in the right sector. So that's different than being in the EV sector that's been basically shellacked for 4 years. I mean, Tesla's kind of held on, made some nice moves, right? But the like EVs for the last 5 years, honestly, EVs have not done well.
Well, and you look at all these companies like Ford and GM took massive impairment write-downs on their EV business, which actually probably, if anything, gives more of that market share back to Tesla. But I mean, Lucid's been a dead company. Rivian's obviously still not profitable, and I don't see them getting to profitability anytime soon. And some of the data and stuff I look at on EV in general, at least in the next 2 to 3 years, I don't see EVs taking a big market share.
You got to wait for the Democrats to get back in control.
Yeah, right. That'll be the other thing.
That's the other thing to
It's
think
like you
about.
have no tax credits. I mean, Rivian's losing what, $20,000 a unit? Like, that's just not a profitable business.
I do think the R2 line is very important for Rivian, but what I think is more importantly is them getting to profitability, personally. So there's that. Also, the other thing is look for space. I mean, I think space is done for a while, and I said this all spring. I said the SpaceX IPO will be the top of space for at least 6 to 9 months, at least, probably closer to 18. Now, can you get bounces within this? Sure. Or you have a 200-day on Rocket Lab coming up. Maybe you can get excited there. But I originally longed Rocket Lab down here. I trimmed along the way. Of course, I didn't hold everything, but I sold everything back in this area. I'm done. I'm not interested in the space trade right now. Too much hype. It's still a little bit far out. SpaceX is the one that has the real monopoly on a lot of stuff. They're the ones that have the moat, and they just IPO'd. And there's no way I'm short that. There's no way I'm longing that. And if you want to know my target on SpaceX, you can see my first target. I mean, Rivian can, look, if you're building a position in Rivian for an investment and you're buying these dips down here, 14 to 13 to $10, and you're building a position across here, I don't hate that at all. I do wonder what happens if the market does roll over and we do get into a bear market, what happens to Rivian as an unprofitable company? Does it come back down here again? Maybe. And if you're an investor, you're probably saying, okay, well, I think in 5 years, Rivian's going to go up here. Then, hey, no problem. I understand that. As a trader, I think that the trade on this is it's range bound. I mean, literally, it's just range bound. You sell it up here, you buy it down here.
Yep, play the edges.
That's the trade on it. And I don't think it's going, I really don't think it's going anywhere for a while. Now, it's going to build a beautiful base. If they do hit that profitability, it's got a huge base down here to work off of. So we'll see. And once again, these are my thoughts. These are not recommendations. These are not, hey, do this. Hey, you have to do it like me. Hey, I'm 100% right. Like, I never say any of those things. This is just my method of thinking and my method of, approaching markets, investing, trading in a lot of different ways. Dude, they cannot push away from this.
No, they're just stuck here.
They're stuck here. And you mentioned a little bit earlier, we talked about it like in the bigger scheme of things, like, because Evan asked me yesterday, he's like, what do you think the next couple days looks like in the market? I said, look, if you get a catalyst, maybe you can get some movement. And we kind of had that with the Iran thing. But outside of that, like, until earnings season gets here, there's not much reason to speculate on either side. There's just jostling for position and rebalancing going on. If we do break down, it's going to be earnings, in my opinion.
Yep, I agree. Well, and here you got the Iran news in the last 24, 48 hours, and it really hasn't thrown the market off kilter that much. I mean, if anything, you would think we'd be down more today, and you're actually have rallied back from pretty oversold this morning and overnight. So,
And you look, the Iran news came out, and you're almost back to where we were when it came out. If you look at NQ, we're sitting right above. It was the exact spot when the news came out this morning. This is exactly where we were trading.
I think the reality is the market sniffs out that Trump's probably not going to. It's not going to escalate back to what we were 2 months ago or a month ago. Hopefully not.
But if it does, like, there's still not like the shock factor there. The only shock factor would be like, or if oil ends up back at 95,
$100. Yeah, right. Exactly. I mean, honestly, right now until we get into earnings, like I've just been doing just a lot of, Iron Condor stuff for the last, on the week, like doing weeklies, like 5 to 7 day expirations, and we haven't gone anywhere.
Yeah, SK Hynix earnings aren't until the end of July. The IPO is what, Friday?
Yeah, I think so.
A reminder, shout out to Direction, our Power Hour sponsor today. I am long this UGLD. Full disclosure, we are working with them. But the Gold Bull 2X ETF, the first and only daily 2X leverage pure spot exposure to gold. Gold trades on a macro calendar with catalysts every week, whether it's real yields, dollar moves, central bank buying, or FOMC. Basically gives you an amplified way to trade macro prints the day they land, right from your brokerage account, UGLD from Direction. As always, an investor should carefully consider a fund's investment objective, risk, charges, and expenses before investing. Investing in funds is not equivalent to investing directly in the underlying asset. The prospectus and summary prospectus contain this and every other piece of information you need. Direction.com. Shout out. Lord of Wall Street. Yeah, will it suddenly start to matter? No, and this is what I said. I think Will was one of the first ones I heard saying this too. It's oil at 100 plus is not a problem for a week or a month, maybe 2 months. Oil sustainably for multiple months up there becomes a problem, and then it becomes a problem when it starts really showing up in the macro data for multiple prints.
Correct.
That's where it becomes.
You have oil for 2 months. I mean, maybe it softens up second quarter GDP a little bit, consumer spending, but you need it more than 90 days plus 120 days where you still start to get real supply shortages in the system and it sustainably stays higher to really impact the consumer on a longer time frame, which we don't have that. So,
yeah. And oil less affects the NASDAQ tech companies than a lot of other sectors of the market. Shipping, freight, consumer-based.
I actually, who said, let's see, Oracle? Honestly, you heard me say this before. This is what I call the basement window trade on Oracle, right at this 140 level. If you want to get long it, you know right where you're wrong. So if this thing starts to break down below, if you want to give it $5, $6, 135 and loses that, you start heading towards 120s or something like that, you got to be out of it. But I don't hate it. I mean, it's got a good support level there that we've tested a few times. So The only problem with Oracle from a fundamental standpoint
Oh,
is
here we go.
Oracle has had issues with obviously the debt they've taken on. So it's more of a cash flow debt issue story. But from a trading perspective, I like it there at 140. At least to try it first. And if you're wrong, you know right where you're wrong at.
We got just over a minute until MOC. Later, last one live. Great job. Come on, just roll over one time for us here on the MOC.
I know.
Problem is,
Sell side.
yeah, I need sell side. It's been buy side. It's probably going to be not much of anything. We'll find out in 40 seconds.
All right, flip a coin. Are we seeing upside tomorrow or downside? What's your gut?
Can I take both?
Down
SPY,
first. then
SPY
up,
looks
or up
like
first?
upside. QQQ looks like it could reject the 50-day in the trend line. But if we break through that, if it breaks through that tomorrow, like about 100, 150 points higher on NQ, break through that and it's just reclaim. And SPY and the rest of the market still look fine. All right. If anybody sees the MOC numbers before I do, please call them out. NVIDIA is 1.7 million sell. Netflix is a sell. JP Morgan's a sell. Intel's a sell.
There's some mountains for you.
The overall is a buy, 306 to buy on the S&P. These are pretty small. NASDAQ 317, Mag 7's 221. It's pretty small compared to the billions we saw yesterday. But yeah, I tend to think that the market probably moves up from here. I mean, we held the same support on QQQ. It's just got to reclaim the trend line. But SPY looks like it's going to go to new all-time highs. Will, where
I'm
are
out
you
in
at?
Colorado.
Everybody wants to know where you're at.
Snow in the mountains. I'm in Estes Park,
Ooh, I've heard good
Jeez,
things about Estes Park.
Rocky Mountain National Park, just outside of there. It's beautiful out here.
Yeah, I've never been in the. I was telling you this the other day. I've never been in the summer, but I've heard it's incredible.
You got to do it. It's unbelievable. Yeah, some really. The weather's good. It's dry. You know, it's not. You don't have that humidity. Weather's great.
I think like Estes Park is like further north than most of the ski area, right?
Yeah, it's
It
like
is
north of
area, but
Breckenridge, probably 45 minutes. You might guess.
Bracken, Keystone, and Copper Mountain, and Vale, and all those are like further south, like more in the middle.
Yep. Yeah, we're a little further north. We saw yesterday. Saw elk, saw moose, a bunch of mule deer. A lot of
Those are the
wildlife.
craziest things. I remember. I think I was in Breckenridge or somewhere, and I saw an elk for the first time in my life. Just chill. It was like we were on one of the like ski lifts that kind of like goes through like some woods, and there wasn't like any like runs right there. And we were like going up the mountain, and there's like elk just crossing the path.
Yeah, you know what's interesting? It's like they don't the human interaction. They really don't. They Like they don't move a lot. It's like doesn't phase them.
Yeah, they're not like deer.
Right. Pushing it to the upside here.
They're trying to push it.
Show me on this. I did do a gold trade. I sold the 360, 350, 10 wide put spread out to August. Probability of profit 71%.
Is that on Tasty Trade or?
Yep. Yeah, so further out expiration wise. Then I may, next week, depending on the CPI numbers, I may add some call spreads in there. If the price action looks good.
Look at them trying to push this thing. Well, 50 points away from the 50-day. NQ stopped out. Yes, I'm still in. If we hit 500, I'll short it again. I do think we go up tomorrow. And then we'll find out. What is tomorrow? Thursday? Tomorrow morning, I'm going to my son's school, or it's not even at a school, it's at like a auditorium thing. But I'll be back around lunchtime. Somewhere in there, maybe.
Yeah, I guess, like, if we
Almost
didn't go
fine.
down today after the Iran situation last night, like, I feel like tomorrow we go back up. Unless it gets really aggressive tonight.
Look at this giant hammer above the all the moving averages on SPY and SPX. Come on, push up there. Push up there. Man, we made it to 500. It's what I wanted to happen this morning. These jerks just took it down.
Finally.
Look at this. It's going to close right on the 50-day. Right on the back test.
Yep.
Oh my god. QQQ right there. Right there. I just shorted some. 492.
Little after hours fade.
Yeah, that's what I'm hoping for. Should pop into 500, maybe 520. Add some more and then try to just get it back down to 480, 460. I just like left some orders up here. What we got? A minute? Watch.
Yeah, 2 minutes.
520.
Yeah, Meta rallied back and for that flush, about $4 or $5. Amazon put in a nice hammer too on the daily. Right off, went tested the 9 and 21, closed above both of them now. AMD pushing to 518. Google coming back a little bit as well off the 9. I don't know. I still have the feeling. I mean, obviously we have earnings, but I feel like the mags are going to get it in gear and carry us more.
That's my thought. That's my base case.
I think they if we're gonna if the indexes are gonna rotate back to the upside, I think it's gonna be mags start to catch the bid, and that's where you end up. Here you go. Here's 61.
Yeah.
I
There's
covered
the
a
close.
first there at 62 quarter.
There's my fill.
Ooh, 50.
Almost 50 points. Come on, get down a little bit further. We hit 500 exactly that high. Now, if we push back from right there and start going back down tomorrow, or even if we like open up here, right here tomorrow, and do this, I'm not gonna feel great about it until earnings season.
Yeah, you wouldn't want to see that get rejected off the back of the trend line. But the S&P's
SPY's
not
got a
as
big old
weak,
gap though. Big old gap up here to 7,500 again.
But the other thing too is like, let's say Trump's like, okay, we're not attacking Iran anymore. We're going back to the ceasefire. You know, life's good. We're just kidding. I think we rip.
Oh my god, they missed my next trim by a tick. Or I just put it on the chart wrong. All right, I got filled right there.
Robinhood had a nice recovery today as well. It's ugly overnight, 107 all the way back to 113.
Oh, come on. Double top on ES right there.
You know what I did pick up on Monday was some Walmart down at 110.
How is the loser save 520? What does that mean? All right, Gary. Take care. Appreciate you. What does this mean? How is the loser say 520? I'm usually pretty good at broken English, but
I don't get that one.
yeah, that one was tough. Just down to runners only here. See if we can get to like 400, 410. 410, probably call it good on the day. That was a nice move.
That was it's like the best move in the last 2 hours.
Let's see. What do we even have in the morning? Home sales, jobless, mortgage rates, 30-year bond.
You know what was interesting? That I don't know if anybody else saw this, but the 10-year bond auction today, the bid to cover was almost 2.6, which is very strong. Anything north of 250. It's a good bond auction, so there was a lot of demand on the 10-year. That's probably why you see that topping tail on rates. Dirty's at 506, yeah.
Oh, that's gotta
Came down
come
off
on.
that. I think it's just setting up to wait for CPI next week. That's going to be your big mover. And if oil comes in and Trump doesn't go crazy.
Yeah, we'll see here. Oh, where's Full Port Matt? Is he not coming on to chat with us today? Jordan? Oh, say the man's name. Full Port Matt.
Guys,
I'm going to jump, guys. You guys have a great afternoon. I'll catch you
See you in the morning,
maybe
guys.
the next day or two.
See you,
Sounds
Frankie.
good, boys.
See you, Will. Appreciate you guys. Matt, what's going on?
nothing much, man. Can you guys hear me okay?
I got you.
Beautiful.
Yes, sir.
See my screen a little bit delayed. Nothing much. Just hanging out, just working, just grinding. Went to the gym this morning. Feel good. Trying
Nice.
to
What'd you do?
trying to be a healthy guy. Cardio and like chest and like chest, back, shoulders.
Little push pull.
Yeah, a little push pull.
Okay. I used to be huge in the gym thing, and once I had kids, it just became impossible with my schedule.
Yeah.
Last night, for the first time in probably years, I just went and ran. Just ran around 2 times around the entire like neighborhood thing here.
Yeah.
My legs are barking at me today. They are not. Oh my God. I am in
Yeah.
terrible shape, but kind of motivates me to keep going and do it again.
It feels good. Like I've been going with one buddy, and I feel like he's kind of taking it easy on me. And I had a different friend I went with last night. He's like, it's leg day. And I'm like, why are we on this machine? This looks harder than the other ones my friend puts me on. And he just killed me. And I was like laying in bed last night. I was dead. My legs were just jelly. I was just like, oh. So I got up this morning, was like, we'll see how I feel. I feel surprisingly resilient and good, but honestly, mostly I want cardio, and then I'm not trying to get huge or anything like that. I just wanted cardio for my heart and lungs and stuff, and then a little bit here and there, but a little bit.
I hear you.
But it's
good
good,
stuff
man.
though.
Keeps
good
you
stuff.
sharp. Keeps you sharp.
Yeah, well, it's good. Health is wealth. Like I'm, and that's why I've been trying to get back into it forever. It's just been three kids at each 5 and under. It's been a challenge. But the other thing I'll tell you, where I
You get
live
your
is-
exercise in other ways with 3 kids under
Yeah.
5. You know what I mean?
I get, yeah, a different type of exercise, but I'm trying to get back into it. I figure out a way I can start getting into the gym and stuff again because I miss it. It's good for your mental health as much as your physical health too.
Yeah.
But I'll tell you this: I live at just like right at 6,000 feet. Running here is a different ball game. My lungs were just burning, just absolutely burning.
Yeah, that's.
And I ran
that's
at like
hard.
10:30 at night. Once the kids went to sleep, it was like 10:30 at night. I went to run, and it was like the air was like crisp and chilly. And, man,
Ooh,
felt
crisp and
but
chilly
it felt
air.
good
God, that
after.
sounds great considering where I live right now. It's 108 degrees here.
That's why I forget how hot it is for people. Like it's, I mean, it's decently warm here today, but it's like probably mid 70s, upper 70s.
Oh God, dude.
But our normal, that's our normal, like almost all year. It's like 70s during the day, 50s at night.
Oh, that's so nice.
We have like a month of hot weather, like in May, where it's just hot. And this is like our rainy season. And then about September, it'll just be dry for the next 9 months.
Yeah. What's up with you guys? How's life?
Oh, pretty good.
Those are good.
Just, dog days of summer right now. We've got not much happening in the market, but little stuff. You get some headlines that move things around a little bit, but
Yeah.
the market's still just kind of in this consolidation mode. I think my opinion is we're just waiting on earnings. We obviously we sold off with some of the Iran news, and then just rebounded right back to where we were before. So
Yeah.
here we are. Bitcoin was looking pretty decent. It came off that level we talked about. It was looking pretty decent, and then it's getting just absolutely stuffed. I was hoping to get a little bit better bounce in this, but this point of control right here, this 63 and change up to like 64 and a half is just heavy resistance.
Yeah, I blew my funded that I passed.
Oh no.
I mean, I got some profit. I got about $600 in profit out of it, and then I just was like, I had some Bitcoin shorts open that I was kind of maintaining and profiting off of, and then what happened last week. I mean, I like looked on there at one point, Bitcoin was just like up like $2,000, and I was just really close to my limit, and I was like, oh God. And at that point, it's like, yeah, I mean, essentially like I'm testing limits on our site, and I'm kind of full porting a bit and gambling a bit. So I just kind of started price averaging, and I was like, I'm going to get all in at some point here. And then as soon as it got all in, and it lasted about 30 minutes before I blew it up. But we have our new UI and infrastructure in beta right now and being tested by everybody on the team. So everything that you see right now on the site, I mean, it's fundamentally going to be the same, but it's going to be completely different, and it's just a massive upgrade. You could almost honestly call it like a complete overhaul. It's just such a better flow and so much more intuitive, particularly for equity. So we're all testing right now. Everybody's got funded accounts like on our entire team, and we're all just like, testing limits, like making sure there's no mistakes, making sure everything looks good, all the flow is good, and so it's just a constant right now. Everyone is like giving up their jobs completely, and we're all just like invest, trading. So that's really good, and it's super cool. It's like we started deploying it today. So we'll give it a couple of weeks. We're all gonna make sure it's perfect, and then we'll start getting out to like new sites.
Real fast headline: U.S. conducting strikes on Iran.
Yeah, I
that's
think it's
headline
coming out.
down again.
And I just got my full exit on that NQ short for whatever from 92 to 410. Pretty good trade. Yeah. Right when the market closes, huh?
Trump's very good at that. He always waits for the market to close, which,
Nice.
you know. Luckily, the market never closes on Vest.
Never.
24/7, you can trade anything.
Also doesn't make you close out stuff either.
It does not. Yeah, it was good. It was honestly really good going through the process of actually independently passing an evaluation and then actually trading and actually getting payouts. I mean, it's fun. It's fun, dude. If you're a trader, like it's cool. I mean, I really dug the process, and of course, I'm familiar with the process, but I never actually passed one. So
It is fun.
that was nice. But other than that, I mean, I don't really have much to do today. I mean, I haven't really been. I've just honestly just been enveloped in trading. But if there's anybody that is new here in the chat, want to ask any questions about Vest, I'm more than happy to answer them. The first couple of things that we're going to do, like the first things that are going to be deployed, I think universally, particularly with the funded accounts, is just going to be full leverage. And we've honestly been discussing, because right now the limit is 5x. We've been actually discussing if we should have more leverage in funded accounts than the actual exchange itself, because people just are constantly asking for more risk. So we'll be at least matching the exchange. And the other thing is going to be larger capital amounts. So I think we'll be like a 50K account, and there'll be full leverage across all of the other ones. The third thing is the straight to funded. I don't know what the cost is yet, but I think it's going to essentially be like a sliding scale. You'll be able to request, buy any amount of capital from $500 up, and there'll be a cost associated with that, but you can go straight to funded. Those three things are going to be the first deployed. More details to come.
We like that. Straight to funded. That'll be fun.
Yeah. And then, the other piece of the puzzle, I think, is essentially like, because we have the exchange and we have we have the prop, we have both businesses, how do we talk about and how do we tie these together into this ecosystem to make it the best place for people to trade? Like, how do we have 24/7 instant payouts all the time? How do we have 24/7 the best customer support, the best rules, the best benchmarks, the lowest amount of restraints on people? We're going to have news, we're going to have data. That Seeking Alpha partnership is done. Platform design is going to be sick. So I'm going to be here for at least another few months, because I think we are going to continue our partnership, and I'm excited to see it evolve. And
I'm excited for y'all to keep rolling out all these different things and continuing to improve and all this stuff, because like one of the things that a lot of times you come on here and it's like there's not a whole lot of updates, but it's because you guys have got so much stuff working in the back end, and you're just making sure that things are working right for the traders. I think those are great things that be happening. No news is sometimes good news, right? And then I know you've also been like trading. I am curious like how your journey as a trader has been going. Like I know you said you blew an account the other day. That happens to all of us. But I am curious, like just as you're picking up on the trading and stuff, like what's been like, where are you finding the success, and what's been kind of like the aha moments, or the I got to learn better on this?
Yeah, I mean, one thing that I've been trying to get better at is like charts. Technicals. I really haven't. All of my trading that I've ever done previously has been heavily angled towards hopping in on hotness. I would say, like, I'm always late. Like, I'm a retail guy. Like, things are baked in and I don't realize it. I'm like, this is a great narrative. Let me get in on this. And I haven't paid attention to the technicals. Like, what does this actually mean for this market? Is it, like, should I? Obviously, things are baked in by the time I hear about it. So one thing that I've been trying to get better at is, building relationships and talking to people that are, maybe a little bit more in the know as far as like news and how that moves technical markets, and looking at charts like you guys do. I mean, you guys are great with charts. Like, you can pull up that chart right now, Ryan, and you're like, here's resistance, here's what this is, here's, like, you trade and you have a very good technical understanding. I don't, and I've never had anybody even teach me, and I've never paid attention to it at all. I've always been more of a kind of like follow the money or the narrative type guy, which I'm not sure that's great. I think you need kind of an understanding of both. And it, obviously for me, I've never traded a funded account product either. So, like, the urge for me to gamble when I get into one of those products is much higher.
It's so much higher.
And I think if you're going to be smart and you're going to put your money into it and you're really going to try to, like, get capital, it's best to, like, deny that urge from yourself and actually treat it like it's your money. And it is, so I've the things that I've learned are, pay attention more to technicals and get better and learn and listen to people. And then, don't just full port, even though that's my name on here all the time. Treat it like your own money, because of the opportunity is real. Like, I got a funded account, I made money, and I am the worst trader here probably by far. So it's like, it showed me a possibility that I want to get better at.
I like it. There's a question here. NYC Reaching is asking, the first part said, I'm nervous about holding names overnight because of its, the liquidity disappears. Like, can it, like, synthetically trigger a max loss? And it's like talking about, like, gaps or widespread. Any thoughts in I guess maybe how to navigate that and what you guys are doing to, help prevent stuff like that when, if there's any names that maybe have lower liquidity and you're holding it overnight, something, does it, the spreads get too wide or something?
I don't think so. I mean, I think if you're entering or you're exiting trades overnight, you have to be wary of slippage, because the books might be a little thinner. As far as holding it overnight, I haven't seen any issue with that, because, all of our markets are oracled to actual, data. So, like, even if the book is thin and there's no trades, like, we use an AMA, we're a market, we're making the market, like, the price isn't deviating from the actual, like, oracled price very much. Now, if, like, somebody comes in and, like, puts some sort of, like, massive order in, there could be some deviation for you on the price of the actual, like, derivative itself. But I mean, they're gonna, like, it's not gonna happen. Like, the book's thin, they're gonna get eaten. They're not gonna be able to really complete massive trades. Does that make sense? Like, no one's doing that until there's liquidity. So it's like, it's kind of like a flywheel.
Yeah, that makes sense. And also, like, the way you described it, it makes sense to me that, like, the price itself is not going to, like, synthetically jump around too badly. But if you do try to fill an order, you may get filled at a bad spot if there's low liquidity, especially in certain names, and it's overnight. But that makes sense, because it's like, okay, if I open or close a trade, maybe I get filled pretty badly on the slippage overnight. Just if there's not much going on, there's not much on the order book. But if I'm just sitting in a position, that's not really going to affect it too bad.
Yeah, like, if there's no trades being executed, the book isn't necessarily, like, controlling the price of the derivative itself. Like, the derivative is oracled to the actual underlying price at that point. Like, you can kind of see it if you look at it, like, obviously the price of the asset isn't moving after hours or overnight. So the derivative has, like, very, very, like, our market has a very, very low amount of movement unless the book is, starting to get filled. And at that point there could be some, but the way the market is structured, like, it'd be very difficult for there to be a large move. It just wouldn't happen. And now if there's a shit ton of liquidity on Vest at some point in the future, and like the markets might move more, but you'd have to trade more. Like you'd have to adjust your strategy to like what it's like to be in a 24/7 market, I guess, at that point.
Yeah. That makes sense. Jordy, were you going to say something there? I didn't mean to step in on you.
No, you're good. Honestly, I'm typing this tweet up. You're totally fine.
Oh, okay. All good. Oh, man. I'm ready for earnings season. These markets are... It's like they can be really good to you. They can be bad to you. I don't know. I've been trying to take it easier. I did have a red day yesterday. I had a nice bounce back day today. Things worked out a little bit better. I didn't even execute as well as I wanted to today. It's still...
I was red. I got fucked. I got stopped out
points.
on that by like, there's like 14 points of extra drawdown, and then it went all the way to my TP. That was rough.
Where did you enter?
I'll tell you my orders right now.
Was it a short this morning?
Yeah, I just gave it one shot. I was short at 282. My risk was 59s. Got stopped at 59.75 on NQ or on MNQ.
Oh, on this
I was targeting 148 even, and then potentially like if I had any runners left, I was gonna try and take it to those equal lows at 29,053. Stopped out. It was rough.
It happens.
Yeah, it does. Sucks when it does, but it happens.
I didn't catch any of the long.
And I got stopped on a Tesla long that I was trying on friggin' Invest. But
oh no. You know what sucks about the one thing that is like annoying about trading perps is like there's only two ways to go. You go long or you go short. That's it. There isn't like any other way to trade or to like, and it's just when it goes the other way, you're just like, all I had to do was go the other way.
Well, yeah,
I could have just gone the other way and I would have made so much money. It's like, it's so simple of a process to like make a trade. You're like, it's going to go up or down.
Yeah, you're betting up or down. And
it
doesn't, yeah.
It goes the other way. You're like, if I had just, I would have made $1,000.
Part of the game. Because then like you got to figure out,
right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
you trade an option
the nice
and you're
thing
like,
about
oh
an
wait,
option
the
is
stock's
just-
up, but the option's down. But like, what's going on in the options market? You know, it's like you don't really sometimes you don't understand like why. But Vestier's like,
and then there's, I mean, an option, it can only go to zero. So I mean that's a good thing, but you can have the right direction and have the wrong strike price or the wrong timing. Like you could have taken calls this afternoon and just got burned out completely just for it to work right into the close, but burn all your premium out. I don't know. But I see what you're saying, but I am going to push back on you.
Yeah.
I'm going to push back on you because you said there's only two things that you can do, go long or go short, but there is a third thing that you can do, and it's not take a trade. And I think that's the most important one of all of them. Especially for new traders and just trading as a whole, as a sustained income source, like going, yes, you can go long, you can go short. And like, especially if you come from like the options world or somewhere where maybe you had, limited amount of day trades or who knows, but like with futures, it's just so easy, or even the perps, like with you guys, it's so easy to just be long or be short no matter what. And it's like, well, longs aren't working, so I'm going to go short, or shorts aren't working, so I'm going to go long. And like, when you have these like consolidation range bound areas, the like no trade is sometimes like the best trade. Or like, I mean, you could have looked at this afternoon on either one of these and like the thing just went up and went up and went up. And you're like, well, it's hard to long up here, but I can't really short it, and it's just like, boom, it just consolidates and goes sideways. So like you could have like, there's people that were trying to play this breakout all afternoon that just kept getting stopped out. There's people that were trying to short here that it just kept stopping them out.
That's
which
exactly
I tried it. I tried it.
When
When did I try it? one of these I tried it like 2-3 times, and then I tried it up here and it worked.
That's exactly like how I got blown up. Like I kept just like looking at the chart and being like, using my minimal kind of or learning knowledge to be like, okay, I'm gonna play one of these like down, and I'm gonna keep like consolidating until I'm forced to gamble. And I just like I'm not technically good enough, so it would just consolidate, and then it would like bust out the other way, and I'd be like, oh, okay, now I think it's going this way, and I'll like sell out and like rebuy, and then it would just immediately turn. It happened like every single time, and it's like you want to say like you're unlucky or something like that, but you just have to get better technically, or you just don't take the trade.
Yeah, and you have to be more tactical with entries and exits, because like if you got stopped out of for example, if you got stopped out of a long, it's probably not a good place to go short. It needs to pop back up, or it needs to break down and then come back test or something. Like you don't want to be selling, like you don't want to be shorting at the bottom of a range or at the bottom of candles. You want to look for it to push back up, like the kind of the opposite thing. But yeah, like Brent said right there, yeah, you're just changing lanes in traffic, and you just keep getting stuck behind a slower car and a slower car. You just start getting more frustrated. But yeah, it's and there's times where like once, like the way I trade, once we come into an area, if we don't get like a reaction out of it, then I wait, and then I see, okay, but are we still like in a hold, and like do you start to roll over or like break the structure or curl or whatever? And if that doesn't happen and it starts to kind of range bound, then I'm like, okay, I don't want to take a trade in this area. I want us to, like, I'm not going to take a trade until we get away from this area. And a lot of times I like will wait for it to move out and then trade. Like here's an example. This afternoon, and here, let me pull up NQ like a 5-minute here. So like this afternoon, once we just started doing this, I was like, look, I don't want to take a trade in this area really. Like I was willing to bet that we had a decent opportunity today, but just in general, it's like, okay, it's not really doing anything. And then once this move happened, I said, okay, I can take a short here, right back to the area it just came from, because obviously this was a sticky area. So like I look for trades like that a lot of times, where it's like, or here's an example from the other day too. Like you came up here and you just sat here forever, and it's like, well, you didn't get instant continuation. You started building out here, but you couldn't get higher forever and ever. And then once it broke that structure, then you got the acceleration away from there. But once you try it like multiple times, get stopped out, you either need it to, and if you look, this one actually, it started breaking down, and then like down here, if you were long, you probably got stopped out here, and then it popped. If you shorted here, it's not a great spot, but here it popped back up, and all of these lows right here were right on that wick. So like once it back tested and then started pushing away, that was a much better, look at it. I wish I would have, taken this trade. I didn't take this trade. I was long on this trade. And then
I think I subconsciously did that for a while. Like that was how I passed and made some money, was by like subconsciously kind of scalping those spots. I didn't really know why it was happening, but I was like looking at the chart and being like, it's consolidating. Hopefully it drops back down to this point. And I think I was just right for a certain amount of time until I was wrong, because I didn't really know why. But that's like good to know.
Like this day right here, we opened up and sold off super hard, and then we bounced and we got back to like right here. And if you look, like once we got up here, like, okay, we pulled back, we didn't break down, we tried to break out and we couldn't get anywhere. We came right back down, and we tried to push up again and we couldn't really clear, and it came back down. Like as you see this, I'm like, okay, I don't want to take a new trade in this area. I want to wait for it to get away from this area and then try to take a trade back off of it. Or if it does up here and then comes back and does something like this, then maybe there you take that trade. But normally I'm looking for, okay, until it gets away from this area, I don't want to trade this area. And then you can see we got away from that area, and then look, this right here overnight came back and back tested that area basically. And then the next morning we were away from this area that we spent that whole afternoon in. We started bouncing, and you look, we came right back into that area. So that's kind of like a visual representation. Look, we came back down here again,
we got a reaction out of here, and we came right back to that same area again.
Yeah, that was working for me for a while.
So
If I knew
Oh,
more,
man.
I probably wouldn't. I wouldn't have gotten all in the way I did.
one of the
Um,
toughest things outside of like just the technical analysis is like kind of what you were saying. Is just the urge to do stuff, or like you start trying too many times, you start to go on tilt, or you leverage up. You're like, oh, I lost
Yeah.
$100, and then your next trade, instead of trying to make 100, you're like trying to make 200, and then your next one's 400, then 800, then all of a sudden you've blown, an account at $1,000 or whatever.
Totally. That was exactly what I did.
It'll get you.
Well, before I go, is there any like new users around here we can give an account to?
Wow.
Anybody in the
Well. Chat.
Anybody in the chat like never used Vest before? Want to trade a prop for 99% off? I'll give a couple away. Before
it.
Who's in the chat that's never traded on Vest?
Speak now, forever hold your peace.
Oh, we got a couple takers here. Pockets, Starfire.
Me, I'm down. No, I haven't used Vest. All you got to do
There
is
we
go
go.
onto trade.vestmarkets.com, sign up for an account with an email, no KYC required, and go to the Get Funded tab. You'll see a listing of all the funded accounts that you can buy. I think it's a 5K for $60, 10K for 110, and a 25K for 275. You're going to want to click on the 25K because you're just going to get a 99% discount on any of them. And if you want to scroll right below it, I don't see it on yours.
Oh, I have to go in. I have to sign it because
you're not signed up.
I have to sign.
You
in.
don't have to sign. Yeah, you don't need to do that. But right below those 3 listings, you should see an enter discount code box, and I'll create a coupon for you.
Here we go. We got
And you can
several
put it
people
in.
looking to try it out.
You get a 99% off funded account. It's a real funded account, so trade it. If you pass, it's 10%. You can see the rules right below those actually. And you'll pass and you'll get some dough. We'll do
Wolfpack
Wolfpack again.
Wolfpack, all capitals.
Wolfpack, all capitals. I'm gonna do
All
10
right.
of them.
10 people. Better get
10
moving
lucky
now.
people. It's on there. It's live. Go for it right now. Get in there.
Right there. I would use I would go to the 25K. Why wouldn't you? It's 99% off.
You get one
Cost you
for
what? $2.75.
That's
Is
correct.
that good math? $2.75.
That's good
You
math.
get a 25K evaluation account with Vest. First time users only. Jump in there. Use code Wolfpack. So those of you that are in the chat saying you haven't, I dropped the link in there for you. Go in there, get signed up. Use code Wolfpack. Get 99% off. You might as well go with 25K unless you just want to pay like $1.10 instead of $2.75. But 99% off. And the nice thing about Vest, you can pass and instantly activate it, and then you can instantly take payouts. And I know this from experience.
Yep.
I passed it. I took another trade, made more money, and withdrew in less than 24 hours. That's not very common in the prop space. Period.
The benefit of having a full ecosystem. Exchange plus funded.
I do love that you've got the dual-edged sword on that.
Yeah, because it's so much easier to be able to do like an instant payout because you can just pay it out right into your exchange account, and then it's like you can withdraw it, you can trade it there. It makes it a lot easier and a lot better for the trader.
Yeah, honestly, like if you make $1,000, I like the idea of like, okay, put 500 of that over in your Vest wallet to actually trade with your own money, and take the other 500, put it in your pocket. That's what I like.
Yeah, free roll. You don't like a good free roll.
If you guys weren't paying attention, code WOLFPACK for new users on Vest. Go to vestmarkets.com or click the link that's in the YouTube chat. Give you 99% off any of their funded accounts. So which one should you buy? Obviously, the 20. Duh.
Oh, somebody
out
there
there is going to buy the 5K. Somebody got signed up. There we go.
Yeah,
will that work for Australians?
That's kind
That's
of
a good question. Will it work for Australians?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, we're
there's no KYC, right?
We're everywhere right now. There's a few places we kind of had to brush off, but it's not Australia.
Are you guys in Iran?
Actually, that's a good question. Let me see if anyone from Iran has ever used it. I don't know if that is.
It says code's not working. It worked for somebody. Use Wolfpack, all capital, right?
Yeah, it should be working. It might not work if you've used a code before.
If you have used Vest before, it's not going to work. This is for new users only.
Yeah.
1 HP looks like he got signed up. I'm not getting the code to my email. What do you mean you're not getting the code to your email?
Yeah, the code is just Wolfpack.
Yeah, you just put the code in discount.
Yeah, just at checkout, put in the code and make sure.
Yeah, it looks like somebody did get charged full price. See a full price purchase.
Yeah, all caps. Make sure when you put a code in for a discount, make sure it applies before you apply the code.
Forget to put the code in. Well, the good news is you can still trade that account and then use the code because you've never used a code before, so you get another one for $275 after. Sorry, man.
Yeah.
You got to click. You got to put the code in and click apply.
Yeah, make sure you apply it. No, they send the code to confirm your email.
But yeah, it's
double
working
check
because we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 people used it already.
6 people. You said 10 people total?
10 people total.
All right, there's still 4 more people.
Yeah, no one has ever traded on us from Iran, so.
Oh, well, that's shocking. What is the weirdest place that you guys have had somebody or the most not weird, but most random? Mongolia or Bahrain or Falkland Islands.
One this month from Kenya. One person has traded from Kenya.
Oh, Kenya.
33 from Cameroon, a bunch from Indonesia, 8 from the Philippines, Japan, China, Russia, US, Peru, Brazil, Argentina, Chile, 1 from Bolivia. People definitely in there, all over the world.
Iran's armed forces will launch massive attack on U.S. Army bases in the region shortly.
That's not good. Yeah, I thought they shot some drones or something at Bahrain or somewhere.
Well, we're so back to the war. We'll see what happens. There we go. We got multiple people priced in. Maybe this priced in.
Yeah,
I'm excited for more people to try out Vest and get there, get on there, figure out, kind of get used to perps. I honestly believe that the perp trading is going to be the future of trading in a lot of ways. So if it's going to be the future and you think you're going to be a trader in the future, no better time than now to start getting used to it or start learning it. And it will only get better as it is new technology. It will only get better over time. It eliminates so many things, but nobody out there that I know of, especially in the prop space, is allowing you to, just full on swing trade and trade anything, period. You could literally go out there and pick your, they don't have every single ticker, but they have a lot of them. You could go out there and swing trade long gold and just leave it. Short Bitcoin, long gold, just pair trade, just leave it forever. Probably a good trade forever. never take profit. You don't even need to. I'm just kidding on that piece. Um,
Yeah, I'm excited for people to try props too. I think it's, you know, another way to gain leverage, and it's another tool in the toolbox, you know.
Yeah, the rate of return that you can get from props, plus the safety net of not just blowing up your own money as you're figuring things out. I mean, as perps come around, and people start trading perps more and more with their actual money, wouldn't you want to go in and figure it out first somewhere else? And then what better way with Vest? They're gonna have the funded program for you that you can make real money from. Literally can take a payout within 24 hours. Pass and take another trade and take a payout. But then beyond that, you can jump straight over and then trade your own money on there too. You can have both. Get you somebody that can do both.
Yeah, I mean, if I can do it, you guys can do it. Believe you me.
Says code invalid.
Let's see if it all got
alternatives.
used up. It could also be that they've used a code at some point in the past, but it could also be full.
Man, big shout out to Full Port Matt dropping off 99%. Who else does 99% off?
Yeah,
a lot of people I
they all
work
got
with,
used
they're-
up.
Oh, all 10 got used up. Oh,
Yeah, you want to? Should we give this guy one? I don't know how to get it to him confidentially without somebody else using it. Do you have an X account, gentleman?
yeah.
or
Who's
lady?
this? Sure. I don't know how to pronounce
your
your
name.
name. Shira Telfler.
Sure, Tefler 6247. If you have an X account, follow me. Do you guys want to drop my handle? Just DM me and I'll get you onboarded.
What's your X username? Sure. I wish I could.
Sure.
My friend. what is your drop your username in here so we know that it's you contacting Matt, and we don't give this to anyone else, because somebody else may just go DM him right now. This has happened to me with the prop firm codes. I didn't fall for it, but they tried to get me. But I was trying to give away an account one day, and then I got like 3 DMs like, "Hey, this is me. I won the giveaway." And I was like, "Wait a second." And so if you can in the chat one time, just put in your @ on X so that Matt can verify that with the DM. Do you think?
Yeah, don't be messaging me like, "Hi, are you looking for company today?" You know, like the old
I get so many.
the old
so
romance scam beginnings of a, dude.
Oh,
it's
mine
insane.
are all like OnlyFans.
Dude, it's nuts. Like once you start using Telegram a lot, it's like I 20 times a day I get somebody being like, "Hi, how's your day?" Just like block. I mean,
I get so
on.
many in my message requests on X. I smile with
Oh,
gentle
God, dude.
sincerity. Arching
Yeah,
my
like-
back high in the dark lace, like that's how like all these start out, and I'm like, good, like. Thankfully, they go
It's
to like the
so
hidden
true.
one, but every once in a while, like somebody will actually be DMing me, and I have to like go find it in the spam box, and it's like in between like 97 scam bot OF. Just followed you. We'll send a message. Okay. My opinion, Wolf. Do y'all
Okay,
think
yeah, I
SPY
got you.
goes up? If you're in a call, I don't know how you're going to close calls at this point. The options market should be closed.
I don't know. Is this you, Smiley, with a smile face? Because I swear to God, if it's an OnlyFans,
You never
I'm
know.
out.
This question here: do you think SPY goes up? I mean, anything could happen with news, right? With what's going on. We just had bombs, whatever, go off, and you've got threats. So anything can happen. But when I look at SPY and SPX, my thought is probably higher. When I look at QQQ, it came back to where I thought it would. This is literally the decision point. It rejects here and comes back down, or it reclaims higher than right here and makes a nice move. So we'll have to see. I don't hate being long SPY. I would be less excited about being long QQQ. I don't know. I'm just not in a swing trading environment overall. But if you were long, from the lows today, I feel like you're probably fine. I don't think we're just gonna just gap down below today's lows, even if we open up lower tomorrow. So it depends where you got long at. Did we get them all figured out over there?
Yeah, I mean, I'm just waiting for if there's a DM that comes through. A couple people have followed me. I don't know who's who, but I'll figure it out. I won't make you guys responsible for that. I'm gonna run though. I do have a 2 p.m. meeting. I'm gonna get ready for it, and I will see you guys down the line.
Great day, gentlemen.
I love talking to you as always, man. See you, Jordan. See you, Ryan. Thanks, everybody.
Always a pleasure, brother.
Boom. Appreciate
Later,
you.
guys. Have a good
week.
Take
care, Matt. We'll see you next week. Shout out to Matt giving out 10, maybe 11. 99% off accounts for Vest. Big shout out to Vest. You can use code WOLF over there to get a discount if you blow your account. If you want to add another one to it, or if you didn't get in on the promotion there, code WOLF still gets you the best discount, I believe, at Vest. Give it a shot. Brent, are you still here? Brent is still here. As soon as I said his name, look at that. Brent, this video you sent me is sick. It reminds me of when they got the tackling dummies in football. They got the robotic ones of those for the linebackers to tackle, or for the running backs to avoid. Except you have this for a horse. That is sweet. I had a cousin that had something similar to that. It wasn't a full-on robot, but he had a similar thing that moved like that because he was a team roper. Will not be as good as code Wolfpack. 99% off a $200+ account. That's pretty insane. Shout out to Vest. We love our partners over at Vest. It's not for everyone, but if it's for you, give it a shot. If you think it might be for you, go check it out. We try to vet out who we
Vest has actually
promote.
grown on me a decent amount. I enjoy having some fun on there and trading around.
I feel like
I don't take it as serious as my normal accounts at all, but I mean,
no. But your style, I think, is conducive for the some of the swing or longer term hold trade, not longer term hold, but 4 hour to 2 day, 3 day even hold trades. Because the way you read higher time frame price action, I feel like it could be super beneficial, and you can work your way into a position and be able to catch that. Is there an iOS app? I don't think there is for Vest.
Not yet.
They do. You can log into and I have done this. You can log into the trade, trade.vest markets or whatever. You can log in, and there is a mobile version of the website. There's not an iOS app yet. Vanquish does have an iOS app and a Google Play app for their DEX Trader. That's the options prop firm. Of course, it's code Wolf at all of these. For those of you that are still hanging out, I know there's not too many left here as the day's kind of winded down, but code Wolf at any prop firm gets you the best deal. Unless you're at Apex, use Wolf X. Just put an X on the end, just like we have it over on Twitter. The reason I say that is because even down below, you'll see Tradeify, you'll see Lucid, My Funded Futures, Vanquish, Vest. We just added Take Profit Trader that I know a lot of you wanted. Take Profit Trader, code Wolf gets you the best discount over there. I just went to bat for our whole Wolf pack and went and got us that. So we got that locked down, and I am going to get some accounts from TPT to give away as well. They're going to be a little bit different. They don't do codes; they do emails. So if you are signed up with Take Profit Trader, or if you want to try to win, I am going to be giving away some accounts soon. But it will be with an email address. We'll keep that out of the public space. We'll do it through my DM, and then I will email the team with your email to get you that free account applied. They just do it a little bit different than the codes section. But I do have TPT, Take Profit Trader, very popular prop firm. I may actually go open an account up over there with them. Code Wolf gets you the best discount. I know Brady that comes in here on the stream, he is big into TPT. He's a big fan of that. He he loves it.
Let's go.
All right. Yeah, Vest, I think we'll kill it with an app. Vest, I mean, they're growing. You heard all the things that Matt said that they're working on in the back end. You know, he comes on here quite often with us. You know, he's usually very generous giving away accounts so that people, you know, have the opportunity to kind of try the perp world. We know it's a little bit different than, you know, your normal trading if you're more coming from the TradFi world, but it is the future. But he's super kind in doing that. And then beyond that, I've heard a lot of great things. Obviously, you do have to adjust to perps and you have to adjust to the liquidity, sure. But I've heard mostly positive feedback. I've had a positive experience myself with Vest. Took some of their money. And then, beyond that, I'll also say, you know, give it a shot. Try something new every once in a while. You never know if that's going to be the thing that really clicks for you. And, you know, him coming on here and not having like any new updates, but saying, hey, we're working hard on this. We're improving this. We've got this in the works. And, you know, straight to funded accounts may be coming. Bigger account sizes coming. I think that will be nice. So a lot of things happening. Jordan, any final thoughts, words from you? I do want to shout out Direction again. Direction, yes, our sponsor for the afternoon. I don't have the I closed out of the website. We go to Direction, is right there in the top left of your screen with an X, Direction. I will say this, UGLD, I am personally in this trade, UGLD. It's the Direction Daily Gold Bull 2X ETF, the first and only daily 2X leveraged pure spot exposure to gold. Gold trades on a macro calendar with catalysts every week, whether it's real yields, dollar moves, central bank buying, or FOMC days. UGLD gives you an amplified way to trade macro prints the day they land right from your brokerage account. UGLD from Direction. As always, an investor should carefully consider a fund's investment objective, risks, charges, and expenses before investing. Investing in the funds is not equivalent to investing directly in the underlying asset. A fund's prospectus and summary prospectus contain this and other information about all the Direction ETFs. You can find that all on the website. There's a phone number you can call too, of course, but just go to the website. You guys are tech savvy enough. So there is risk involved. Please keep that in mind. But it's a trade that I am in. I'm not telling you to take the trade. It's not a financial advice recommendation, but just putting something on your radar. And shout out to Direction for sponsoring Power Hour on the last couple hours of this stream today. We appreciate them. Reminder for our Wolf Summit that's coming up. Make sure you get your ticket. We have over 100 people signed up, ready to come. We've got people knocking on the door from other areas that aren't really in our, what I call the Wolf Pack, you know, the guys that have been with us on Spaces, you guys in the chat, the guys been on our Spaces crew, you know, forever. We want you guys in there. We have a lot of industry partners and Wall Street people that want to come to our event, or making them hold off a little bit to make sure all you guys that want to get in. No, on Vest, so the 2X is on Vest, you just can put your own, on Vest, you can just put your own leverage on there. As it's a perpetual future trade, you can put your own leverage together there. But if you're trading in a brokerage account, you can use ETFs, 2X leverage ETFs that have risk, of course, but like the one from Direction, UGLD, the one that I'm in. I'm in that one. I'm in GDXU. I'm also in a 2X short SpaceX, all in one of my brokerage accounts. So there you go on that. And I was shouting out our event, summit.wolf.financial. We're basically 3.5 weeks away at this point, 4 weeks away. I'm super excited about it. Jordan's going to be there. I'm going to be there. Tons of people are going to be there. You can see all the information on the website. Those of you that are, you know, local, I know a lot of you are going to drive over. I know some of you are wanting to try to just come by and like maybe see us or come by the happy hour. If you have like, you know, commitments during the day, you can't make it that Monday. Hopefully we get to see you while we're in town. If you are in the greater New York City area. And if you are going to travel in and you're going to stay somewhere, hopefully you stay at the hotel. There's a hotel block on the website where all of us are pretty much staying. So we'll be there. I'm sure it'll be some good times at that hotel. Yeah, that's where I'm at. Last thing, the pinned comment in the bottom of the YouTube chat. If you look down there, it's highlighted in yellow, us06web.zoom, whatever. Free webinar tomorrow. Jordan, do you know who else talking in that? I know Scott Redler and JC are coming.
Scott
Who else is
Redler,
coming?
Stock Talk. I'm not sure who else.
JC Peretz, I believe, is coming.
JC.
So I know you're getting those three. I want to say there's a fourth person. But either way, free webinar, free information, free alpha, free do your homework and get better at what we're doing in these markets tomorrow afternoon. Sign up for that webinar. It is at the pinned comment at the bottom of the YouTube chat. And that's where we'll be tomorrow. As soon as the market closes, we'll be shutting down the stream so we can get ready for that webinar. But that's 100% free. Doesn't have anything to do with our event. It's just free stuff that we're trying to do for you to give back to you guys a little bit. Obviously, if you want the full version, that will be happening at the event, the full version of all these people kind of giving their presentations and stuff. Jordan, any final pieces from you?
No, sir. Great day, crew. Let's do it again tomorrow. Let's have a good one. I'm freaking trying to not get stopped out like I did today tomorrow. So let's run it back. Make some manyan.
I'm ready for earnings season.
Yeah. Next week should be way better, in my opinion. We got CPI. We got a ton of red folder data. So
yeah, I think we're going to maybe get some move. I think it's going to take earnings, though. I think we may be still another week and a half of back and forth, but we'll see. Appreciate all you guys. I will not be live on here tomorrow. Tomorrow morning, go to X, join the space, listen in on the spaces. I will be at my son's graduation thing for kindergarten. And whenever I get done and back from that,
me on Spaces.
Go hang with Jordy on Spaces. As soon as I get back from that, I will be going live on YouTube. I don't know. Either Jordan will be live and I'll join him, or I'll go live and Jordan will join like normal. But we'll see. I don't know what time I'm going to get done. I have no idea how long graduation takes for kindergarten. It was my first one, so I never even do that when I was a kid. All right. Peace out, everyone. Love you guys. Appreciate everyone. World Cup's back tomorrow. Thank God.